Okay,
Hello.
Rachna, good
Huh.
evening. Let's start. Okay. So,
Huh.
what I was
Okay.
thinking is today, no, 2nd August. So, first we'll finish the July part. Okay, because we had started from June 2021 and we were moving backward. Okay, so we'll finish July, and if time permits, we'll finish the last 3 months. That is Jan and March. That Jan to March 2020. Wala. Okay, so first we'll
Okay.
start up with the latest thing, July itself. Okay, so screen. Just a minute. So screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now starting from July 2021. Okay. So right hand side. So I'm starting. Okay. Writ jurisdiction for not deciding hotly disputed questions of facts. Reiterate Supreme Court. Okay. So again, now, I think many times this writ jurisdiction wala has come up. If you see, multiple times they have told that. So for writ jurisdiction should not be used for deciding hotly disputed questions of facts. That is what Supreme Court is trying to tell. Okay. I think nothing much here for us, but again we have to revise the writ jurisdiction portion of High Court time and again.
Hmm. Same we did, no? It decides on the question of law, not facts.
Exactly, exactly. I think this can come up, okay, as a statement. I'm not sure, okay, but just remember this. So let us move forward. Senior, even though less meritorious, shall have priority. Supreme Court explains seniority come merit principle. Okay. So again, seniority means seniority. Okay, that's what it is trying to tell. Even though they might be less meritorious, okay, they shall have the priority. Is what Supreme Court is trying to tell. Explain seniority come merit principle for promotion. So just quickly, if you see seniority come merit, okay, seniority come merit means giving the minimum necessary merit. So merit has a base level. If you achieve that merit, requisite for efficiency of administration, the senior, though less meritorious, no, in that comparison, after that base level, no, in that comparison, if he is senior, he shall be given the priority. Supreme Court reiterated in a judgment delivered this week. Okay, so this line of thought we must know. I mean, may be useful in mains, I believe, not much in uh, prelims. Okay, so nothing much here. We'll move on. Killing of Jharkhand judge. Killing of Jharkhand judge. Okay, Supreme Court takes Suomoto case on safeguarding courts protecting the judges. So I think a judge has been killed. Okay, looks to be a major issue. So Supreme Court this week took Suomoto cognizance of the killing of an additional district judge. So lower judge has been killed, no, in Jharkhand, who was knocked down by a vehicle while on his morning jogging. So it looks to be a deliberate act of murder.
Murder.
A bench headed by Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana directed the Chief Secretary and Director General of Police to submit a report on the status of inquiry in 1 week. Okay, so Supreme Court is trying to complete the matter as soon as possible. The Suomoto case is given. Okay, nothing much here. So see how it is, how quickly it is trying to act in such cases. It has taken Suomoto cognizance of such a thing, and it is given even 1 week. Okay, too quickly. So let's move on. So, a rape survivor moves Supreme Court seeking permission to marry POXO convict. Okay. POXO convict, he is also an ex Catholic priest. I think some Kerala case was there. So, if you see, the survivor of this rape case from Kerala had approached Supreme Court expressing willingness to marry the former priest who was sentenced to 20. I think this was no, he was imposed imprisonment 20 for 20 years under POXO Act for raping a minor. Okay, when she was a minor. So this priest was given 20 years. I think this had happened maybe few years back. Maybe the woman had filed an application in the special leave petition filed by this challenging the refusal of High Court to suspend his sentence to marry. So she's trying to request him so that at least they can move forward. I think seeking permission to marry this priest, the woman in her plea said that child is of school going age. Okay, child is of school going age, and hence father's name need to be changed in the school admission. Okay, she supported Robin's application seeking suspension. Okay, fine, nothing much here. For us, from exam perspective, we must revise the POXO Act. I think. Okay. So POXO Act becomes important moving forward. Plea to allow women in NDA. I think, as you know, that currently, because of the patriarchal nature or something, stereotype against women, so women are not into NDA. Till now, only even today, only male can apply for NDA. Okay, so plea, now there's a plea, okay, to allow, and this might also come up as a maybe progressive judgment of Supreme Court in future, but as of now a plea has come. Supreme Court this week granted the union government final opportunity to file counter affidavit in a petition which seeks to allow eligible women candidates into NDA where only men can join now. Okay, so part of that progressive interpretation where women can be allowed into every sphere, right? So a bench comprising Justice Johnson noted that though notice was issued, I think nothing much here. So just maybe future a judgment might come up on this that women have granted entry, and that will be celebrated. Okay, so let us move forward. Identification of children who became orphans during COVID cannot be delayed any further, right? I think we discussed the last time that adoption, a Kara issue was also going on. So this orphan issue is also going on. So the Supreme Court is trying to tell that you must identify those children as soon as possible. So while noting that identification of children who have lost both or one parent after March 2020 cannot afford any delay further, the Supreme Court directed states and union territories to take assistance from several agencies at the grassroots level for completing the process. First, you must identify them so that all the necessary provisions or no benefits or the care which must be given so they can start. The district magistrate to issue necessary instruction to child welfare. This we discussed, right? Child welfare and protection officers. So that these provisions we must revise again. I think last time we didn't revise. Child welfare and child protection officers to take assistance to the police, okay, for identification of orphans. So child welfare committees were also there. Some provisions, static thing related to these, we must try to revise. So nothing much here. We'll move forward. So people were going helter skelter to procure drugs during second wave. Supreme Court refuses to entertain Gautam Gambhir Foundation's plea against inquiry on drugs hoarding. I think this is not so important because it's an ongoing case. I think you remember that Gautam Gambhir's foundation was hoarding the drugs, essential drugs, at a time when there was shortage outside. So many people have complained against the foundation, and that case is going on. So nothing much here. So you can move on. You can delete this. Just a minute. Okay, I think this judgment is important from the exam perspective also. Previous year question area. Supreme Court strikes down a 97th constitutional amendment to the extent that it relates to cooperative societies. I think it's a very recent judgment. Supreme Court this week, I mean, in that maybe some week, in July, okay, upheld the 2013 judgment of Gujarat High Court. See, Gujarat High Court had struck down the provisions of this 97th Constitutional Amendment Act to the extent that it introduced Part 9B uh, in the Constitution to deal with cooperative societies. I think wait, I'll read this and explain. A three-judge bench comprising Justice so and so dismissed the appeals filed by Union of India against the judgment of Gujarat High Court. So they had filed a plea, but Supreme Court has upheld the Gujarat High Court's decision. The bench unanimously held that the 97th Amendment required ratification of at least half of the state legislatures as per Article 368. So this is a special kind of majority, special plus half wala case, since it dealt with the entry which was an exclusive state subject. So we all know that cooperative societies is a state subject. Okay, this is first fact we must know that cooperative societies is a state subject, and since center is legislating on this subject, there was a need to take concurrence of the state, but it didn't do. Okay, that is why it is striking down only that portion. Since such ratification was not done in the 97th Amendment, it was liable to be struck down. So, I mean, many people hailed the Supreme Court for this judgment. There was a split in the bench on the point of view whether Part 9B will survive with respect to multi state cooperative societies. So what has happened is, so center by while introducing this amendment, it tried to regulate the even the state cooperative societies also, but it was not in a position to do so because cooperative societies is a state subject, right? So for that, it had to take the concurrence of half of the states, which it didn't do. So that is why it is striking down that portion and only the multi-state wala currently will remain. Okay, while majority comprising justice so and so upheld the provisions of part 9b, which deal with multi-state. So this remains. Okay, multi-state wala, we know that since it is multi-state, center will play a key role there. So part 9b, which deal with multi-state cooperatives by applying the doctrine of severability. So again, this doctrine, right? Doctrine of severability, it is applied here. Okay. Justice Joseph dissented on this count. Okay, Joseph held that doctrine of severability was not applicable and struck down the entire amendment. Right. So many people divided, but this is what has happened. So currently, broader view after this judgment is center through this 97th constitutional amendment can regulate only the multi-state cooperatives. Okay, this is the current position after the judgment. Earlier to this judgment, it was trying to even go into the state cooperatives also, but that has been struck down now because it didn't take the ratification of half of the states. And this is very important because yesterday I was reading an editorial. It was clearly mentioning that with the formation of new ministry, that is Ministry of Cooperation, center also wanted to regulate even the cooperatives of state level also. But now after this judgment, it cannot do so. It can only get into the matters of multi-state cooperative societies. Okay, this is a very important judgment from the exam perspective. 97th Constitutional Amendment Act, 368 special when the ratification condition is needed, cooperative societies being a state subject, multi-state cooperatives who regulate and those things, and doctrine of severability, part 9b. I think this is what we have to revise for this. Okay, moving forward, a booth capturing and bogus voting affects rule of law. Should be dealt with iron hands. Yeah, I think even after introducing of EVMs, booth capturing still remains. This is the reality. The first purpose of introducing EVMs was to avoid all this booth capturing and all, and even this bogus voting. But still, it remains. So Supreme Court is telling that these should be dealt with iron hand. So an attempt of booth capturing and bogus voting should be dealt with iron hands because it ultimately affects the rule of law and democracy, right? So election we know is basic condition. So the bench comprising so and so observed that freedom of voting, okay, freedom of voting is part of freedom of expression. So this we must know that it comes under Article 19, and secrecy of casting a vote is necessary to strengthen the democracy. So they must have the freedom to vote first thing because it is part of Article 19, and secrecy also must be ensured so that he can express his opinion in a free and fair manner. So the essence of the electoral system should be to ensure freedom of votes to exercise their choice, right? So this is what observation has made very pertinent. We can quote this and they can ask this also, like freedom of voting comes under which thing, all those things. And in this case, the accused were convicted of the offences under section 123 and 147 of IPC, and are sentenced to undergo 6 months imprisonment. Okay, fine. The accused had allegedly formed an unlawful assembly. Okay, see, they had come to capture the booth only. Unlawful assembly to snatch the voters list and oh, just a minute. To snatch the voters list and to cast bogus voting, right, and attract some political workers during an election. Okay, so nothing much here. Same, this judgment can be quoted in maybe election related if something comes up. Okay, move on. Trial judges work amidst appalling conditions. Colonial mindset towards district judges must change. Yeah, so still we the district judges are not so properly looked after, if you see, right? The colonial mindset which pervades the treatment meted out to the district judiciary must change. Supreme Court observed the bench comprising so and so noted that trial judges work amidst appalling conditions. Like, what are these conditions? There's lack of infrastructure, there is inadequate protection. Just now we saw, no, there was a judge being killed
Yeah.
in
Okay.
Ha,
Right.
Jharkhand. So lack of infrastructure, inadequate protection, examples of judges being made targets when they stand up for what is right, and sadly, a subservience to the administration of High Court for transfers and postings, which render them vulnerable. So this is what is broadly observing. Maybe the broader issue which we earlier discussed of the subordinate judiciary's issues. Okay, for mains that can become a, and maybe some issues about the district judges, all those things from prelims we must revise. Okay, so we'll move forward. SC upholds NGT ban on firecrackers in Delhi, NCR regions with poor air quality. So I think NGT had banned, crackers. So SC has upheld that decision. So nothing much here. So Supreme Court dismissed appeals challenging the NGT order, which had imposed a complete ban on the sale and use of all crackers during COVID-19 pandemic in NCR and other cities, wherein AQI. So AQI, I think, is a previous question also. We can look up that again. Was poor, stating that authorities may permit sale and use of crackers as per the category of AQI. A bench of justices ordered that the same was addressed in the NGT's order, and no further clarification was required. So nothing much here. I think we can revise NGT once again, and then AQI.
AQI
Ha.
pollutants.
So we'll move on. Derecognition of political parties can be a last resort to enforce compliance. So I think we know that election commission currently cannot deregister. Okay, but here the issue is derecognition. You can definitely derecognize, but it cannot deregister. But this issue is about derecognition. Okay, the recourse to para 16A in all cases may not be called for. Okay, that is derecognition. Your lordship may censure the political parties and see how an election or two fan out with a threat of 16A hanging over their heads. So you can just threaten them that you will de-recognize, but it should be used as a last resort, is what Supreme Court is trying to tell to Election Commission. If nothing is done, Section 16A route can be gone down. So it is trying to tell Supreme Election Commission that please use this power of de-recognition as a maybe last resort. And nothing much. But we must broadly know that Election Commission has the power to de-recognize parties, but it cannot deregister the parties. Maybe we must try to understand the difference between de-recognition and deregistration. Okay, we can revise that aspect also. Let us move forward. Franklin Templeton. Okay, consent of minority shareholders needed for winding up funds after publication of notices. Okay, I don't think this is important, but some Franklin. I think this is a case of Franklin Templeton. Okay, let me read it out. The Supreme Court this week delivered the judgment in a batch of SLPs filed by Franklin Templeton against a judgment of Karnataka High Court which had restrained Franklin Templeton from winding up the debt funds without obtaining the consent of investors. Okay. Okay, I think nothing much here for this very specific issue of Franklin Templeton and that thing. But why I had noted, the reason why I had noted this judgment is because, see, the Supreme Court has agreed with the views of High Court. However, it said that the requirements of consent of majority shareholders will be post the publication of notices. Uh, the court held that when the trustees decide to wind up a scheme by majority, they are required to seek consent of majority of the unit holders and present and voting under regulations also. This is why I've noted this. The use of word shall in the provision is couched as a command. This point, okay. Supreme Court has used this doctrine, harmonious no that construction, harmonious construction of regulation. This has to be read with this would showcase that even though the opinion of trustees would stand, the consent of the unit holders would be a prerequisite for winding up. So this specific issue is not required for us. What is this is an example of how Supreme Court has applied the doctrine of harmonious no reconstruction, where when two provisions are there, it has to be read together and one from broad view has to be found out. So this is how it is done. So nothing specifics are not important. This doctrine we must revise, and then consent of majority shareholders is needed to wind up after the notice. That's it. Okay, nothing much here. We'll move on. Excludes young successful advocates. Arbitrary and discriminatory. Supreme Court strikes down minimum age limit of 50 for appointment as tribunal members. Okay. So if you see, I think center had set a minimum limit of 50 for appointment of tribunals, so it has struck down this. So just see it is struck down. Okay, so Supreme Court has held by 2:1 majority that minimum age limit of 50 years prescribed by this recent ordinance. Okay, I think recent ordinances was Tribunal Reform Rationalization and Conditions of Service Ordinance for appointment as members in various tribunals to be arbitrary and discriminatory. Since it has set this 50 limit now, so this has become arbitrary and discriminatory. The majority comprising justices so and so observed that minimum age limit stipulation of 50 introduced by this ordinance violated the earlier direction given by court in 2020 Madras Bar Association case that advocates with a minimum experience of 10 years. This I think we read earlier also that advocates with a minimum experience of 10 years should be made eligible for appointment as members of tribunals. Okay, this point we must keep it in our mind. This is a 2020 judgment, and 2021 also it has come up again. So advocates who are having 10 years experience should be made eligible for appointment as tribunals. So that High Court judge appointment criteria and this criteria to for tribunal appointment becomes important from that person. Okay, so we'll move forward. Challenge to sedition offense. Supreme Court seeks a response of Attorney General Union of India. I think this is a transitory issue that Supreme Court has sought center's opinion on the sedition view. They might strike it down or something, but this is a current position. So nothing much. Let us revise sedition once again. Section 124 of IPC sedition. Moving forward. Suvendu Adhikari moves to Supreme Court to transfer. Okay, nothing much here. This is also of no use to us. Yeah. So if you see next one, I think this is important. Scheme for minorities do not violate rights of other communities. So minorities becomes important for us. Schemes of minorities do not violate the rights of other communities, right? Because they need it. So while defending its schemes for welfare of minority communities at various levels, Union of India has informed the Supreme Court that schemes are not in contradiction to the principles of equality, right? So schemes are meant for a purpose and they don't fall, they don't contradict the principles of equality as enshrined in the constitution and do not violate the rights of other communities. So if you see why this had come up, the union has further stated that schemes are meant only for the economically weaker section or underprivileged children, candidates slash women of the minority communities and are not for everyone belonging to the even in minority community it is not for everyone, right? So that is the like creamy layer concept or such thing. So that is what it's trying to tell. And then the submission have been made through an affidavit filed in a plea before the top court challenging the constitutional validity of this act was challenged. Okay, the National Commission of Minorities Act bench comprising uh, held that issue notice in a plea that has also challenged various benefits and educational grants given to minorities while alleging that center is treating Muslims above law. Okay, so this was the argument that they're treating above law, but center is no, no, minorities have to be treated as per this. There's no contradiction of principle of equalities, and it does not violate rights of other community also. And these schemes are meant only for the weaker section, economically weaker section, and not for everyone in the minority. This broadly we must know. That's it. Okay. From this, so let's move forward.
Do we have to read this act, National Commission for Minorities Act?
I think so because this comes as a part of our GS2 syllabus also, National Commission for Minorities. Okay, let's try to revise that NCM, that body also, because from that act only that body came out ultimately. Okay, so that thing we must revise, and then some minority related articles once again. But this judgment is trying to tell that it does not violate the right of other communities. Okay, this we must keep in mind. Let's move forward. Delhi can ill afford. I think it's can't. Okay, Delhi can is it can? It's can only.
It says can.
Okay,
Delhi can.
Delhi can ill afford another riots. Role of Facebook must be looked into. Okay, okay. And that's what no in that line of thought only. Another riots cannot happen in that sense. Role of Facebook must be looked into. So social role of social media in general, right? So Supreme Court has refused to quash the summons issued to Facebook, India MD, by the Peace and Harmony Committee of the so and so Delhi Assembly, seeking his appearance in an inquiry related to Delhi riots. Right? So Delhi riots, they've called upon Facebook MD to question or something. However, the court held that Delhi Assembly's inquiry cannot encroach into prohibited domains of law and order and criminal prosecution. Okay, so it's trying to limit the power of assembly maybe as they are subject under the domain of union government. Oh, so Delhi Assembly inquiry cannot encroach into prohibited domains of law and order and criminal prosecution as they are subject of since this law and order and criminal prosecution all this I mean especially criminal prosecution falls under the union thing. The Delhi Assembly calling him to inquire on so and so issue is encroaching upon the domain of parliament maybe. So therefore court held that any representative of the petitioner can deny answering any question by the committee if it fails within the prohibited domains. Okay. So Ajit Mohan, this MD, had approached the Supreme Court. Oh, okay. He had gone to Supreme Court under Article 32 of the Constitution, challenging the summons. MD is challenging the summons issued by Peace and Harmony Committee of Delhi Assembly to probe into the role of fake social media posts in creating communal riots. Right. So, in role of social media, maybe largely because social media has been a prominent theme in essay and other papers. So, nothing much here specifically, if you see. But I mean, from polity, I think there's nothing. Okay, nothing has come out. But role of social media in creating conflicts and such thing. Maybe mains dimension, maybe right. So we'll move forward. A recovery of weapon used in commission of offense is not a sine qua non for conviction. Okay. Now this we see now in movies always that they'll be searching that weapon and they'll find out and then they'll be convicted. So recovery of weapon is not a sine qua non. So even without a weapon also you can ultimately proceed with the conviction. Okay, nothing much. We can move forward. I think this judgment is important because there's a direct mains question on it. Shreya Singhal case. Okay, shocking. Supreme Court is saying Supreme Court on registering FIRs under struck down 66A IT Act. Right? Even though it has been struck down, there are many people in the lower police and magistrate level. They are applying this 66A.
Yeah.
So
Many pending cases also there. So now they are delivering the judgment even though it has been struck down.
correct, correct. So, Supreme Court has expressed shock at this practice of police registering FIRs under Section 66A of the IT. See, it shows that how Supreme Court judgment, even the people in the administration, police, they're themselves not aware, okay, which has struck down by the top court in 2015, Shreya Singhal case. Okay, this was the direct mains question back then. Maybe try to revise that also. A bench headed by Justice was hearing an application filed by PUCL seeking various directions. See the role of even the NGO. Okay, PUCL seeking various directions and guidelines against the FIRs under struck down this act. Amazing. That's all what I can say. Shreya Singhal is a 2015 judgment. What is going on is terrible. Okay, this is the observation made by judge. Okay, we'll move on. For this IT Act, maybe you can revise some key provisions, Section 66A, and other maybe things of IT Act which were in news. Okay, I'll move on. So, vaccinate mentally ill people institutionalized in hospitals and asylums. I think part of that process of social justice and vaccinating the vulnerable.
Vulnerable sections.
Right? So nothing much here. It's telling that you must vaccinate them. So just reading the quoted lines, persons who have been institutionalized must be vaccinated to protect them from the onset of infection. Okay. So this stated that it will take it up with utmost priority and chalk up a plan to vaccinate them. Okay. We'll move on. Supreme Court seeks response of High Courts to NCMSC. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is a National Court Management Systems Committee. Okay, maybe we can look up what this committee is. So, Supreme Court seeks a response of High Courts to NCMSC report on aspects of judge strength, caseload, infrastructure. Okay, these three issues: judge strength, caseload, and infrastructure. Maybe that burdening of judges, na, that issue, cases, vacancies, all those things. Supreme Court this week called for response of all high courts to the suggestions and recommendations of. I think there's some committee. We must look into this committee. Okay, uh, on the aspect of judge strength, caseload, infrastructure. The bench of so and so passed this direction in connection with so and so, where the court had ordered until this committee, okay, National Court Management Systems Committee, until this committee formulates a scientific method. I think they formed up some committee, I believe. So
Never heard of this committee.
exactly. So formulates a scientific method for determining the basis of computing a required judge strength, how much judge is needed. Okay, maybe this committee will recommend strength of the judge of judiciary. The judge strength shall be computed for each state in accordance with the interim approach in the note submitted by the chairperson. So I think we must look up the committee, what this committee is, which, and this committee I think is responsible for uh, determining the scientific method of how much judges should be there, strength of the judges, their caseload, infrastructure, all those things. Maybe I think Supreme Court might have formed this committee. I'm not sure, but we must try to look up this committee also. Okay, if it has formed it recently, it becomes important. So court management. I think as the name itself says, court management. It's trying to manage the cases, caseloads, all those things. Okay. So for this, I think only this committee we must try to revise its mandate and all those things. We'll move forward, and who can be its chairman and such things. Okay. Moving forward. Okay. Okay. 5-5. Try to finish this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I think it's too. Okay. So,
Okay, there are.
so I think July, some issues. So we'll try to finish up in the next session. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay.
July we
Thank
have
you.
done half. Okay. Yes.
Half only, I think. A lot is left. Right.